Hello everyone, it is Tuesday night, April 16th, about 11:15 p.m., and welcome into tonight's video weather discussion, where we are going to have an update on the severe weather event that we've seen across the region and across portions of the state of Illinois today, and is pretty much coming to an end now here tonight. And we're also going to touch on another round of severe weather potential coming up for Thursday across central and southern portions of the state of Illinois. But to start off here, I did want to start off with a look of the severe weather reports from across the region here today. And you will see that we did have quite a severe weather event across the region today. And as was expected, northwestern, western Illinois back into northern Missouri and back into Iowa, that is where the most significant and most widespread severe weather did occur. You could clearly see that here on the report map. All of these little dots represent reports of large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes that occurred today. And you can see there's a pretty evident line here, marker here showing you where that most significant and widespread severe weather occurred. So like I said, northwestern, western Illinois, the Quad Cities area, and then back up into Iowa and back into northern Missouri. That is where the most significant severe weather and the most widespread severe weather occurred. And that was pretty much expected. That is where we were expecting the most widespread activity. For you folks across the remainder of the state, we did see some isolated to widely scattered severe thunderstorms elsewhere. You can see that we did have a couple of severe weather reports down around the St. Louis area. Also in eastern Illinois, not far from the Champaign area, a couple of severe weather reports. There were obviously some weather watches in effect today, some warnings in effect today as well. But without a doubt, the most significant and widespread severe weather, as I mentioned, was back here, northwestern, western Illinois, back into northern Missouri and Iowa as well, where it does look like there were several tornadoes that did occur up here across northwestern into central Iowa. It does appear that there were several tornadoes today out in that corridor. It does look like there may have been a few tornadoes earlier this morning down in the Kansas City to eastern Kansas area. And then also it does appear that likely, based on reports, video, and pictures, that there were a couple of tornadoes that occurred down across southeastern Iowa, very close to the Illinois border. Adam was out chasing today. I was out chasing today as well. But Adam, more importantly, actually got hit by a tornado today in southeastern Iowa. I'm sure he has that video posted on his page, so you could go ahead and check that out. But it does look like there were several tornadoes in a couple of these different corridors today during the morning and the afternoon hours today. So with that said, let's flip over here to our current situation. So looking at our live radar tonight, you can see we do have a lot going on across the central United States. We have our area of low pressure up here across the Midwest. We have our cold front trailing down from there, and that cold front is heading off towards the east. It is going to sweep across the state of Illinois as we head through the overnight hours tonight and through Wednesday morning as well. You will notice a lot of the precipitation is well ahead of that cold front. That cold front right now is roughly right around here, so you will notice a lot of that precipitation is well ahead of that cold front tonight out across Wisconsin, northern Illinois, off into Indiana and Kentucky as well. So as that cold front itself moves through tonight and into tomorrow morning, it might come through mostly dry for most areas. Now, regarding severe weather chances for the rest of tonight, for the short term, over the next hour or two, there is a very outside chance of maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm across far northern or northeastern Illinois for about the next hour or two. So once we get past about 1 o'clock in the morning, that severe weather threat will finally come to an end across far northeastern Illinois. For the rest of you folks across much of northern, central, southern Illinois, your severe weather threat is now over with for tonight. So once again, to repeat that, for much of pretty much northwestern central, southern Illinois, your severe weather threat is now over for tonight. But once again, if you're up here across far northeastern Illinois up here, you will continue to have an isolated severe weather threat for probably the next hour or two. So once we get past about 1 o'clock in the morning, that severe weather threat will also end for you folks up across far northeastern Illinois. And I could actually show you what's expected to happen here on one of the weather forecast models. Just like I was showing you on the radar here, we do have that activity ongoing across northeastern Illinois, expected to continue here for the next few hours. So as we go forward into time, you can see that activity does move out of northeastern Illinois, and that lingering rain across southeastern Illinois also exits off towards the east as well. So as we get to, like I said, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, things are pretty much dry across the state as we head deeper into tonight. And as that cold front sweeps across the state Wednesday morning, this is right around 8 o'clock in the morning. That's where about the cold front's going to be here. You can see a couple of showers developing along it. That'll really start to take off as it heads off into Indiana and Michigan here. So by the time we get to the middle of the day and afternoon hours on Wednesday here with that cold front sweeping through, you can see some shower and thunderstorm activity developing for you folks that may be tuning in across Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, while we are generally dry across the state of Illinois. The next thing that we have to touch on is the severe weather threat coming up for Thursday, because yes, there is another round of severe weather potential coming up with another storm system for Thursday. So what we're going to see happen here is we're actually going to start to see some showers and thunderstorms develop out across Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. This is going to be Wednesday night. So tomorrow night, this activity will develop Wednesday night, and some of this activity may linger into Thursday morning as it begins to push into western and southwestern Illinois. Maybe a severe weather threat Thursday morning across western and southwestern Illinois. And then as we head through the middle of the day, that activity may intensify with another round developing. This is for right in the early afternoon hours here on Thursday. You could see some potent activity on this particular model down here across portions of central and southern Illinois, including the St. Louis area. Could see some severe weather threat on Thursday. And then as we head through the afternoon and into the evening, you can see how this activity really continues to take off as it heads off towards the east and the southeast here, continuing to affect southern Illinois here. And then by the time we get into Thursday night, that activity is going to start to weaken as it really starts to shift further down into Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So another round of severe weather potential coming up here across portions of the state for Thursday. And taking a look at our severe weather forecast for Thursday, you could see here, like I said, central down into southern Illinois, a severe weather risk from Thursday morning through Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, and maybe even into early Thursday night as well. For you folks here across portions of southern Illinois, including Quincy, Springfield, Champaign area, this blue corridor, that's a level 1 severe thunderstorm risk, maybe an isolated severe weather risk across this corridor Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, and Thursday evening. Then for you folks a little bit further south here, across a good chunk of southern Illinois here, including Effingham, the St. Louis area, down towards the Centralia, Mount Vernon, Carbondale, Paducah areas. This is a level 2 severe thunderstorm risk, and you folks could see widely scattered severe thunderstorms between that time frame of Thursday morning through early Thursday night. Now, in regards to the type of severe weather for Thursday, damaging winds and hail will be the greatest risks across these threat level areas. Wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado threat either, though. Potentially for somewhere in this corridor, for example, maybe an isolated tornado threat, but without a doubt, damaging winds do appear to be the greatest threat all along this corridor, along with some large hail at this point in time. Like I said, there could be an isolated tornado threat. It would probably be somewhere within this corridor here. That's probably where the isolated tornado threat looks to set up with this activity for Thursday. But like I said, damaging winds and hail will be the greatest risks with the severe weather potential coming up for Thursday and into Thursday night as well. All right here. So checking in the video chat here tonight, we see Mike checking in from the Fox Lake area. Yes, You could pick up a couple more showers and thunderstorms over the next 1 to 2, maybe 3 hours. Isolated severe weather risk before that all comes to an end later tonight. Devon checking in, wondering if there's going to be any chances of rain coming up for this weekend. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you. We have not looked past Thursday yet, given how busy the middle and early portion of this week has been so far. Amy checking in from the central Illinois area. No weather for you tomorrow. Looks to stay calm down around your area, so no worries with your travel across central Illinois for tomorrow. So once again, just to recap what we have discussed here in this video, we did go over the severe weather that we've seen across the region. As I mentioned before at the start of the video, as was expected, most of the severe weather, the most significant and widespread severe weather today was out across northwestern, western Illinois, the Quad Cities area, back into Iowa and northern Missouri. That is where the most widespread and significant severe weather did occur today. We likely saw several tornadoes across northwestern and central Iowa. Some tornadoes earlier this morning down around the Kansas City and eastern Kansas area. And we did also see a couple of tornadoes across southeastern Iowa this afternoon, where Adam actually intercepted and was hit by a tornado this afternoon in southeastern Iowa as well. So a significant severe weather day did occur across the region, especially up there across northwestern, western Illinois, Iowa, and northern Missouri. Also, as we go forward into time here, we're going to be looking at severe weather potential coming up once again for Thursday and into early Thursday night. This time it's going to particularly target central and southern Illinois, as you can see here. So once again, if you're in this blue shaded color, central Illinois, that's a level 1 severe thunderstorm risk for the chance of isolated severe thunderstorms Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. And then for you folks down here in this green shaded color, that's our level 2 severe thunderstorm risk. That's where you could see a little bit higher coverage of severe weather being possible, more on the order of widely scattered severe thunderstorms being quite possible. And that'll be in that Thursday morning through early Thursday night time frame down along this corridor. Once again, in terms of risks, if you're in the level 1 and level 2 risk area, damaging winds and hail will be the greatest risk. However, somewhere in this corridor wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado risk as well for Thursday. So once again, that's going to be the next weather event that we're going to be watching for coming up on Thursday. Checking back into the video chat here, Erica checking in tonight from Crystal Lake. Showers and thunderstorm chances over the next 1 to 2, 3 hours before that risk ends for tonight. Otherwise, it'll be dry for the rest of the day for the most part on Wednesday. Maybe a couple of showers, can't rule that out. But the severe weather threat is going to end up there around your area in the next 1 to 2 hours. Amy, not much to worry about. Nothing really going on tomorrow across central Illinois. But we will return once again to an isolated severe weather threat as we head into Wednesday. But that is really the scoop for tonight. We will hop on tomorrow morning, being Wednesday morning. We'll probably have another recap of the severe weather that we saw today across parts of the state, and then we'll have another update regarding the next chance for severe weather coming up for Thursday. But until that next update tomorrow morning, everyone have a great rest of your night. And once again, much of the state of Illinois, your severe weather threat has ended for tonight. Far northeastern Illinois, maybe an isolated threat over the next 1 to 2 hours. But once we get past 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning here, coming up tonight, that threat will end as well. But that'll do it for now. So everyone have a great remainder of your night.